exaggeration, I say we have got some very exciting work to show you, which we are all quite proud of, and each in its own way does the job it was supposed to do and then some.
Create-A Thon began in the professional community in a small advertising agency here in Columbia, Riggs Partners, about I think 1977, and Kathy Minetti and Teresa Coles, the two founders, wanted to find a way to do pro bono work in a way that a small agency could manage it, so they decided to do it in one big overnight event and recruit some partners and bring people in and develop it. And it has since mushroomed in the last 15 or 16 years to an event encompassing 99 professional agencies nationally and internationally. About 4 years ago, the Create-A Thon on campus movement was an outgrowth of that, created by Peyton Rowe at VCU.
The way this thing worked is that I was looking for a way to give the non-journalists, which means the advertising, public relations, visual communication students, a way to experience what it's like on the news side. And the news side has live events, so they have to constantly do it. We have that experience here where they have to do a newspaper or a TV production, but they have a couple hours to turn it around. Mm-hmm. They always had weeks, days to do something. Wanted something that they could actually do that. So what happened, Karen Malia, who's in advertising, I just happened to meet her in the hallway, and she was looking for something creative experience for them to have. Well, we both met in the hallway and said, well, we're thinking the same thing, somewhat similar. So rather than inventing our own, she happened to find this organization called Create-A Thon, and she said, let's take a look. They've already done a lot of this, so why would we invent the video when this looks like it's perfect for us? So we looked at it as like, this is everything we've been wanting to do.
We became the fourth university to create an on-campus program, and that was last year. We did it for the first time. We got 6 clients and professional mentors and tons of students involved, and began it last year. And this is our second year.
They come up in all of our branding.
It not only mimics the real world, but it gives them a look at it early on in their career as they're developing ideas. So we were talking about, it's done 2 things for them. It'll confirm them that says, this is exactly the kind of career I want. Or it's them saying, wow, this is hard, this is difficult, I don't know if this is for me.
Scaring me a little bit, just because in classes you get the teacher and there's a textbook and they hand in visual assignments and that's it, you get a grade, whatever. But this is, you're on a team, and I'm an advertising major, so it's a very team-based area, and so it's interesting to work with other people, that's not just me, and we're just all throwing our ideas out, we're writing it on the board, and things being crossed off, and it's kind of hectic, but I mean, it's good. It's good to know what I'm going into when I graduate.
And in some regards, it gives the students a chance as a proving ground. It's like the military have the obstacle course. Just to say, I did it. Well, this is what happens here. I was able to turn around in 24 hours something creative, something that's good, a communication piece.
I find a lot in my real world experiences that you're always on a deadline to come up with a really good idea and to come up with a deliverable to a client. So yes, this is a constricted deliverable, but it's still, you're still working towards a goal and towards a deliverable and being able to come up with something creative that they really love.
Because that's something I can do. You're not doing it for me.
You can do it yourself.
Yeah.
Which is cool because that's what.
Create-A Thon is important on so many levels because it brings all sorts of disparate communities together. It brings the communities within the university that don't necessarily always work with each other because they're doing their own business in separate tracks. It brings the university and the community together. It serves the students in learning. It serves the nonprofits in terms of the university giving back to those that are in need in a professional way, rather in professional skill set that we can do. And it's just, there's no downside to it except for the hours that it takes to produce it. But the students learn, the mentors feel great, the students make professional connections. There are so many threads that make the whole thing an amazing process that it's really special.
Valued at more than $16.7 million accomplished.